Hello, this is Larry the Photo Guy. So, it's graduation time and you're not quite ready with your manual focus and manual settings yet. So, I'm going to tell you a trick. Well, it's not really a trick. A lot of photographers, professional, don't always shoot in manual. Sometimes we use what you call the aperture priority or aperture value, AV, on other cameras. So, let's get started with this and let me show you how to get it started. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the camera to the A or AV, depending on your camera. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to push our setting menu right here in menu. All right, once we get the menu pushed, the menu comes up. We come over here and we have a dial on the side. We go to the camera there, and then we put around until we find ISO sensitivity settings. It could be a lot of you have to go through to get to it. Mine's a D750, so there are a lot of different parts of this menu. Okay, so we get to our ISO sensitivity settings. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to hit the OK button. All right, and the first thing you're going to see is ISO sensitivity. Basically what that means is that's your base ISO, wherever you want your ISO to be at when you turn off the setting for auto ISO sensitivity control. So you can come over here, you can change that to any value you would like to do. I usually keep mine set at 100 just because that's about my average, that's what I play with. Next thing you'll come to is ISO sensitivity control. And you have, once you push over to the right on your little dial here, you see on and off. You switch that to on and you hit OK. Next, maximum ISO sensitivity or maximum sensitivity. I've got mine set to 3200 right now just for demo. This is the D750, which is awesome in low light, and I can actually go all the way up to 8,000 to 10,000 on my ISO and not have a whole lot of noise on it. Most of your entry-level cameras, on the other hand, 1600 to 3200 is about max you'll get on it. Some of them may even go up to 6400. You just have to check your specs on your camera and also just try it out and see how much grain or noise you can stand. What you want to do is you want to get it to the most that you can stand without it irritating you, basically. Next thing you want to do, once you get that set, you push the enter on there on the OK button. And the next thing you got is minimum shutter speed, which basically means the minimum shutter speed that you want on your camera. Say, I've got a 105 millimeter lens right here, so I set mine at 100. Okay, so if you're doing moving objects, things like that, you would want to go like 250th of a second. And faster moving objects, 500, 1,000, what have you. Or if you're just doing still, you're doing like still portraits or something like that. Well, if you're doing that, I pretty much leave mine in manual to do that with. So in order to check this out here, we would hit our OK button. And then right there, we can adjust whatever speed up or down we want to do. But generally, whatever your focal length is, you want to keep somewhere around the same. Some cameras and lenses have in-body stabilization or stabilization, which means you can go down lower on the shutter speed and hand hold it without the shake or blur. Just in general, I keep it around the same as my focal length. Okay, once we get that done, we turn that off there and we'll hit the info button. All right, we'll see what happens here. Okay, right now my camera is sitting at 1/100th of a second, because remember that's what we had is the slowest speed we wanted. And right now it's 32 thousandths on 3200 on the ISO. The F value or the aperture is f5. We shall flip that back on again. As you'll notice, if I flip my ISO or my aperture down, you'll notice that the ISO changes with it. You go up, it changes. Once you hit 3200, the next thing that's going to get affected is your shutter speed. See, when I went to 5.6, I keep going up shutter speeds. Now, and that is how you set up your auto ISO in your aperture priority setting. And basically what will happen with this is as your subject moves in and out of light, your camera will adjust for the different scenarios. All right. That's all for this little lesson today. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit and you can get some good photos. We'll see you next time. Larry the Photo Guy out.